So a week ago, I went ahead and reactivated my FSD subscription because they were rolling out version 14 Lite. Now, it took about 24 hours for it to come through, but you can see now we do have the software version 14 Lite. I have not used it. I have not engaged in it. There's the full self-driving. This 2% must have been from when I had it before, but you can see I didn't use it a ton, right? We have all our setups ready to go, full expanded visualization. We got the ass set up. We got everything where we need it to go. So today I want to run the gauntlet. Now this is just to see how I feel comfortable with FSD Lite. We know we're hearing phantom braking, phantom accelerating seems to be the issue. But for me, there are three big things I want to see if they've corrected. Number one, holding its speed on the highway. Remember my last video where I turned FSD off and I made that rip to Jacksonville. I was very comfortable just with cruise control. Not lane assist, just cruise control. It held the speed. It did what it was supposed to do. So I was very happy with that and a lot less stress. That's number one. Number two, flashing yellow lights. Whether it's a traffic signal, in the middle of the night, is the car going to hesitate and da-da-da-da-da-da? Or going by a fire station with the yellow flashing lights, da-da-da-da? I want to see if they're going to fix that. And then number three, well, I guess number three is more of a feel thing. If I do start to get phantom braking, which I did not have, I've never experienced phantom braking on 12.6.4. If I get phantom braking, how much anxiety is that going to cause me then? I don't know. But right now we're going to run the gauntlet. The gauntlet is from my starting area, and we're going to run all the way to the new chargers in Dania, right by Fort Lauderdale International Airport before I get my work day started. So without further hesitation, okay, here we go. Lord be with us. Start self-driving standard. Be attentive. Okay, well, let's go. What do I need to do? I hit self-driving. Why is it hesitating? Oh, there she goes. All right, she's on her way. I honestly don't know what to expect on this and how it's going to move and do its thing, but it's still okay. It's a little different. And what do I mean by different? Well, she held back a lot on the white line. But remember, I have not done self-driving in like 3 months, 4 months. So the hands are here, my feet are here, and I'm ready to take over if I need to. We are in standard mode. And I think I've got it set for, oh no, that was on the old stuff. I don't think I have a speed adjustment set. I haven't gotten there yet to adjust all of that, whether I want to go 10% or hurry mode. I just got it in standard, straight up standard. So we are going to see how this reacts across all the roads. One of the things I keep hearing about is this phantom braking thing. Like, dude, I'm not looking forward to phantom braking because I don't need to have people in the car. In case y'all are just joining me for the first time, I drive Uber, occasionally drive Lyft. You will hear me refer to those apps as black and pink apps because they don't deserve any airplay on my videos. Anyway, if I got somebody in the car from one of the black or pink apps, I don't need them to be jerked around in the back there thinking I did something wrong. The idea of phantom braking just, it scares me. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Phantom surging a mile or two in speed, well, that don't bother me. Hell, most people do that without even realizing it. Phantom braking, that might be a problem. So let's see. I notice right off the rip, okay, it's slowing down a lot sooner. If you remember from my videos in the past, that was one of the things I always wanted. I wanted it to slow down sooner. To me, it was like it waited too late to make that stop. Where it stopped now, I can see the car's exhaust in front of me, which that's good. That way, if I get rear-ended, I'm not slammed into the car in front of me. So good job, Tesla, on that one. That car pulled up a little bit. What's it going to do for us? I don't know. Where this thing is going to prove itself out, I think, is once we get on the highway, because we are going to get on the turnpike. And the gauntlet, I call it the 595 gauntlet. And the way it's going, I didn't even bother to check that because we might change the route a little bit. Yeah, see, it wants to go all the way down here around 95. I don't want to do that. I want to take State Road 84 because I think that's more of a test than just staying on 95 and wrapping around 95. We're supposed to be testing this thing. So we'll see how, we'll see if I can adjust that once we're there. I might have to disengage, steer it the way I want it to go, and then re-engage. But we'll see. If y'all don't know South Florida, let me tell you something about South Florida. A lot of people like to say their regions like New York, California, all of these regions are so diverse. No, 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 no. South Florida does have the worst drivers, but it's not for the reason that you think. Well, some of them are. They're just plain assholes. But for the most part, we got everybody here, right? We got people from Central South America, the Caribbean, Western Africa, West Coast of the United States, Canada. Lord knows we got Canadians. We got a whole section of Eastern Bloc people. I mean, we got everybody. And that's a beautiful thing, right? That's our strength. But with that strength comes one big weakness. Their driving styles. Everybody's got a different driving style. And when you try to mesh all those driving styles together, well, that can create a serious problem. A serious problem. So, you know, traffic can be a little testy, to say the least. And then you got, you know, come on, let's be honest. Grand Theft Auto is set down in Miami, Magic City, you know. And people down there just got egos like nobody's business, so they have a tendency to think they're the only ones on the road, and they'll cut you off, and they'll do all kinds of crazy, stupid stuff. Anyway, that way, James. Now, you'll notice around the car, and I'll make a video on that, I got a lot of mounts in the car. I've got a couple of magnetic mounts over there, MagSafe mounts for phones, one on my side, one for whoever the passenger is. Normally it's the VIP. And then I've got one down here that I use for my work phone when I'm on Rideshare. But that's a whole nother ballgame. I got a camera mount right here, you can see. I've got a camera mount here on the glass. I actually took down my shade today so that I can make this video. We'll see how it goes today with only the one shade up. If I start to feel like, you know, it's getting a little too warm for me, we'll put the shade back up. We'll figure out another mounting angle. Because tomorrow, well, tomorrow I'll start my Weekend Warrior FSD, provided I feel comfortable, FSD with passengers on the black and pink apps. All right, the acceleration, it didn't jump off the line. So that's two things I've noticed already that I feel more comfortable with already. Number one, 12.6.4 used to brake too late. Now it's smoother so far. And the accelerating off the line from a stop. It used to be harsh, like it would pull you a little bit. Even though I had the car in chill mode, it would pull you out in there. In other words, it would accelerate a little too harshly. So far, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling the harshness of the braking or accelerating. That's a good thing, especially if you're in the driving game. You know, the black app and the pink app like to so-called monitor their drivers and their styles. And they'll try to correct you, you know, even though I tell you sometimes that their corrections will get you hurt out here in the real world. But, you know, for them, it's insurance. Anyway, that's a whole nother ballgame. Look how smooth that was. And it's maintaining that distance to the car in front of me. It was always a little tighter. I'm telling you, that's a good thing so far. Okay. All right. Okay. So with the black app, they call it CMT. Some Cambridge, Massachusetts telematics company, which they kind of measure the your harshness of driving, accelerating, turning, stopping, based on your phone, right? And they say it's GPS data and da-da-da-da-da. I think it's bullshit, but you know, whatever, that's their deal. Well, one of the things when I had FSD before, my CMT score would hover around 96, 97 because of the abrupt stopping and starting. Always said harsh acceleration, harsh braking. That's going to be another thing that we'll look for in the coming weeks with FSD while we're driving on the apps, is I want to see, because right now I'm 99 CMT, right? Doesn't mean I'm a better driver. I just have a little more control than the old 12.6.4 with accelerating and braking. So that'll be interesting to see if I can maintain my CMT score while we're there. All right, we're getting ready to come up on the Florida Turnpike. And so it's not the first part of the Turnpike I'm concerned with, although we're going to pay attention. I want to see how it accelerates and what lanes it's going to use once we get on. That's the one thing I love, man. Bro, whenever this thing's going to make a turn, it uses its signal. That already is a 99% improvement over most drivers on the road. Always uses its turn signal. I love that about FSD. Also, obviously, complete stops. Pretty smooth. Now, see, in the past, that would already be accelerating, and that would whip me around that turn onto the turnpike. Man, all right, we got some improvements. Let's not get happy, but we got some improvements. I'm already noticing some improvements. We're getting ready to merge. There's the blinker. All right, that was a nice smooth merge. Now the turnpike here is 65 miles an hour. That was the one thing I've noticed before, obviously before today when I first turned it back on, before using it, is that they moved your speed limit. So your speed limit used to be over here, right? Now it's down and below. That threw me for a loop, but that's because they moved, you got to put the start drive button somewhere. So they put it over there. And now when I want to check what the max speed limit is, I have to come down here. I had to readjust my eyes. It's minor, but it's major in the beginning because your eyes aren't, listen, with a Tesla, what's the only two things you really got to worry about? Speed limit and battery. That's it. There's no oil or heating or any of that garbage, right? Speed limit, battery. That's it. All right, so we're in standard mode. We are hugging the right lane, obviously. We're hugging the speed limit, which I'm okay with. Now, it's starting to pick up a little speed, but I'm okay with doing the speed limit, especially just getting used to old girl again with FSD. Because y'all know me, I don't call it full self-driving. It's an awesome driver assistant, but I'm not calling it full self-driving. Nope, 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 nope. Not gonna do it. All right, 69, that's a good number. Y'all know that's a good number. Give me a thumbs up in the comments if y'all like that number. And don't act like you don't know what that means. Stop it. Stop it, we're adults. None of my videos are made for kids. Looks like we're gonna get some rain today too. Might get a little FSD rain action. One of the things with the cameras on the hardware 3 is obviously they're not up to spec like hardware 4 cameras, and you will get occasional, cameras blocked, camera can't see, clean lens, that kind of warning. I know when I make the big runs from Naples to Fort Lauderdale to Naples, Fort Myers area, it's 120 miles due west of here. And you got to go through the Everglades. And I got news for you. There ain't no lights out there. Now, there's lights at the rest areas. But for the most part, on the open road, there ain't no street lights. It's you, the alligators, and the pythons. That's it. And if it's a full moon, you're in good shape. But outside of that, no. So it can get dark enough to where your cameras, especially on the pillars, on the B pillars, which would be between your front doors and your rear doors. Those cameras like to get blocked out. All right, 72 miles an hour, we are cruising. Now we're coming up where we're gonna need to get to the right-hand lane. I think we got about 2 miles before we got to get over, but we're gonna wind up all the way to the right. Holding pretty good to 3 miles. You guys can see it coming up right there. And this is what I call the gauntlet, because we're gonna come off of Florida Turnpike onto, we gotta merge, we gotta turn off the turnpike, merge to the right, take a big loop around onto 595, and then it splits off 595 towards the airport, and then State Road 84, which is a side road that winds up crisscrossing like this underneath and runs alongside of 595. That's why I call it the gauntlet, because the car is going to have to decide which way it wants to go. Now, I could have set the destination to like a Speedway gas station over there, and it would take the right route, but I want to see, can I change the route as we're going? And this is one of the things people are talking about, is that it doesn't get over quick enough. So, am I going to have to help it here because we're within 2 miles, or is it going to do it itself? In the past, if I wanted to get over, I just hit the blinker. I would already be moving over, because you see up there, starting to get a little congestion in traffic. See how late it's going to wait. We are now 1.2 miles away. Are we going to trust it, y'all? What are we going to do here? Should be getting to the right. Slowing down. All right, we're moving to the right. We're okay so far. We got a car coming up on our right pretty good. Still going to have to get over one lane. See what it wants to do here. See, it's going to wait too late to make this right-hand turn. We're going to go ahead and move it over. I did engage the blinker to move us into the right lane, just because I know how it can be up here. Maybe a little less traffic. Maybe I let it go itself. But this is why I watch YouTube videos of other people and their experience. And you should do the same thing. Don't rely on one specific person and their video, because all these cars are going to act a little different under different scenarios. So now, is it going to fight me? Because I don't want to go 95. I want to go State Road 84. Yeah, the rattling's from here. See that? I got to tighten that up. Is it going to fight me? That's going to be the question. Little hesitation here. Nope, no hesitation. I'm sorry. Slowing down. Now, you see, coming through here, man, Tesla would be hauling ass. But now we're maintaining pretty good. We're doing pretty good. I like that speed adjustment, even though she's getting around this corner pretty good. Like the adjustment. You see what I mean by lane splitting? So far, we're reading everything right. Let's see if this will work. Hey, Grok, take State Road 84 to the Dania Beach Chargers. Do not take I-95. I don't know, did we screw it up? Yep, okay.
Got it. Heading to Dania Point Charge.
All right, so now this is where it's either going to stay on State Road 84, or it's going to try to merge left to, this is where I might have to take over. See what it wants to do here. No, oh no, it did it. It did it. Didn't have to do shit. That's what I'm talking about. I was able to, y'all just saw that. Oh, wait a minute, I might be wrong, because here's 595 also. So let's see, which way is it going to go? Needs to go to the right. Nope, didn't want to do it. We're going to take over. We're going to go to the right. That's the way I wanted. So it didn't do what I wanted it to do. All right, we're back in self-driving mode. It wants me to tell it what happened, but there's really not a lot I can say other than it took a different route. So we do have an intervention. It took that first one though pretty good. I thought we had it solved. Apparently we did not. Now all this in here is a new traffic pattern under here. This is the way I would normally come. Instead of staying, you can see over here to my right now is 595. I didn't want to get on 595. I wanted it to take this route. Little phantom braking there. Nope, speeding down. It's reducing its speed. See that? 45 miles an hour. So now that's the other thing. Is the well, no, some of the videos with the phantom braking, they're on the highway. And it just, whoop, and then gives it up. So see what happens. The chargers I'm going to are new chargers. I just discovered them last week. And they are very expensive right now. They're 46 cents a kilowatt hour. I could have went to the casino, 39 cents a kilowatt hour, but I wanted to run this gauntlet here. Now, I wanted to make this right-hand turn up here. But see, it's not going to want to do that. Let's see if it'll do it. Nope. Had to disengage. I wanted it to go a certain direction on the GPS, and it decided to go a different direction. So it's a GPS thing, not necessarily a fault of the car. All right, so we just sent that message off. I don't want them thinking we're back in self-driving again. And let's see if it picks up correctly. See, now this is the route I wanted it to go right here. That's the route. Because to me, this route is less traffic lights, less chance of cars doing something stupid. So teaching it this route, I'm wondering if FSD will learn this route the more we do it. I don't know. So far, so good though. Nope. See, now it's trying to go this way. All right, I'll let it go this way. I usually go to the traffic light next. I've never gone this way. But let's see what it does. I guess it's the same stuff. It should take us down to, see, is it going to see this water puddle here on the right here? Is it going to see it? Not enough to make it move. Ah! Let's see what it wants to do here. Oh, that was my water bottle, y'all. Should be coming up here and get ready on Ravenswood to make a right-hand turn. I guess if I was okay with taking the I-95, and we'll do that one day, but not today. Today I want to put old girl through some paces. I want to see if she can do what I need her to do. A lot of videos, I get them what they're doing. You know, they're running their test routes, right? And for me, this has enough different scenarios that you face as a driver. Okay, so we stop the stop sign, 1, 2, and it goes. Okay, remember kiddies, when we actually had driver's ed in high school, come to a stop sign, count to 3, then you go. Tesla says, fuck that, we're going to 2, and then go. I'm cool with that. What was we talking about? Oh, well, this route has enough interference to begin to trust the FSD again, right? And to see if there's going to be some major things. Listen, so far, what was the number one thing I said I wanted to see it do? I wanted to see it hold its speed on the highway. And it did that. Now, did we just get lucky? Or is that something they corrected? To me, that was my biggest pet peeve. Because you'd be on the highway, you'd be cruising at 72, 75, whatever your speed limit is, right? You'd be cruising, and all of a sudden you're 8 miles an hour below speed limit, and ain't nobody around you. Like, to me, that's huge, because that it's not that it's good or bad; it's annoying, and I can just put on regular cruise control. I don't need FSD to slow me down. It's supposed to help me, not hurt me. So coming up here on the chargers, and like I say, I know I'm going to pay top dollar, but it's worth it because I'm showing you guys what's going on with FSD. So we got to make a left turn in here, and then it's going to be an immediate right-hand turn. And then we got to, we're going to park at a charger. Okay, now I don't know, I've seen this, but I don't know. It's going to say park at a charger. Wow, that was a pretty tight turn. So let's see, is it going to pick a charger? All right, let's see what it wants to do. See what, okay, looks like we're going to park. It picked this charger right here. We're backing up. Now they say it's been parking cockeyed, crooked. And they say also, watch it. All right, now look, I'm just saying, yes, I disengaged that because, let's see, auto park, because I disengaged it because it says it's not stopping. That FSD 14 version Lite will run into shit from behind. Look at that. You can't park straight. Okay, so that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. These lines are brand new. Shouldn't be any issue. All right, so we're going to have to pay attention to parking. All right, so we're here at the chargers. I'm going to go ahead and charge up. I would say that run was pretty successful. It did everything we wanted it to do, but a couple of the videos that they've been pointing out with the parking, well, y'all just see it's not going to park correctly. So whatever this streak shit is that people are talking about with the mileage and keeping their streak going, listen, safety first. I wouldn't give a damn about the streak. I'd care about my car being in one piece. It maintained the speed. We didn't go by any flashing yellow lights, so we didn't have done that one. You know what I didn't have? I didn't have anxiety. Did not have anxiety, which is good, considering I haven't used FSD in 3-4 months. That's a good thing. I did like the acceleration off the line, a lot smoother, not so jerky. Coming to a stop, braking, phenomenal. 100% improvement there. And yeah, so I guess that's it for the first run. I'm going to be using it now, so I'm going to play with it today. We're going to the airport. Maybe I'll run some video from the airport queue into the terminal, see if it can handle that. Depends on which terminal we're going to. But other than that, tomorrow I will start a full Uber shift, and I will be taking y'all with me as we use FSD to see if it's what it's supposed to be. All right, y'all. Peace out.